Hello everyone, and I'm the writer, and welcome to another top 5 or top 10 video on my favorite pairings in Fire Emblem Awakening. This was requested to me, so I thought it would be fun to make, with 5 being my least favorite to 1 being my personal favorite pairing of the game. So enjoy! Also, quick note, I married the characters for their support. My younger sibling marries them for stats. So yeah, also these are opinions of mine and maybe some points from the games. Please be respectful, if not then I'm pulling the comments off. Enjoy! Number 5. Stahl and Sully. I actually like this one more than I thought. For one, I love their dynamic. Sully and Stahl both compare themselves to the Bolt and the Panther, which is Cain and Abel. I love this reference because at the time we all thought this was the final game of the series. It is nice to see the writers reference the first duo knights. Another huge factor I enjoy about them is their support. Stahl treats Sully as an equal, and Sully wants to be better than him to show herself and her skills. I love how Sully tells Stahl it's all about the attitude and just to go for it. This makes Stahl stronger and keep up with her and her ruthless training. It's nice to see that they train together as well. I also find it better pairing when KG and Sully are both terrible cooks and Stahl loves to eat so much. Then Stahl tries to help KG to be a better cook as well. This is also upon the support that Sully can't cook either, so Stahl learned how to cook, which I can definitely see. I also think that since Stahl loves to eat so much, he would be a fantastic chef. Their dynamic and with KG proves how well they work together and definitely one of the reasons I support this pairing. 4. Cersei and Lanku. Alright, I know a lot of people prefer Lanku with Olivia, but I love his support with Cersei and the backstory we get from it. Cersei is the one to approach Lanku and talk about Carrie. I probably pronounced that wrong and I'm very sorry if I do. We also get the reason why he doesn't want to be near any girl. Carrie died protecting him. We later find out that her parents were furious with Lanku until they found their daughter's diary and discovered how happy she was to be his friend. Cersei informs him that her parents forgive him, which gives him some relief, but doesn't fully heal him from this. He's grateful for her help, though. Cersei later apologized for bringing up those terrible memories. He is actually grateful for her help in getting rid of the horrible nightmares that came from Carrie's death. We learn that after Carrie's death that Lanku doesn't want to get close to someone and fail to protect them, which is where his fear of women came from. Cersei wants to help him through this still. She even starts to help him, but he takes the lead and realizes how much of a good person she is. As for Jerome, I think Lanku's hair works very well with him. I also like the idea of Lanku helping Jerome through his trauma, just like how Cersei helped Lanku through his, along with the Mervikins nickname, as well as how Minerva from the future does not attack Lanku and seeing him as family. And we learn from the previous support with Cersei that Minerva does try to help him get over his fear of women. I just really love this family dynamic a lot, and with Minerva and Jerome, it just makes this pairing much more adorable. Number 3. Prima and Female Robin. I'm a huge Ike fan, even though I haven't played his game. I love playing him in Smash, and I hope his games get remade for the Switch. A lot of fans relate to Ike because he isn't of noble blood. He's just an ordinary person. Also, he's an open person and is fine with anyone as long as their partner is a decent person who doesn't want to hurt anyone. It's no wonder Ike won Choose Your Legends for first place for the first round. Prima is no different. Yes, I'm aware he's the only Sport Pass character, or one of the few, but in the Xenologue you play, Krom points out how many different people from all Revolve and Ysses are in his army. Prima also likes to fight with him. Prima is just a fun guy. I enjoy his support with female Robin. Robin approaches Prima and wants to get stronger and trains with him perfectly aligns with her character. Unlike the male Robin, the female one tends to keep learning new techniques to better herself. Since Prima teaches her how to fight better with a sword, she in turn cleans up his gear as thanks, which is very nice. I also love how flustered he gets with her. It's so cute. He also respects her skills, hard work, and determination. I just love how he cheers too. I know a lot of people prefer female Robin with Krom, and I do too, but this pairing just brings it home to me when I figured out that Prima supports female Robin a lot. Now, for his son. I don't know why, but I think Morgan being his son is a lot funnier when I imagine him banging his head against a tree and Prima tells him to not do that. Then Prima tells him to look at his eyes. I like how excited Morgan gets when he does have a memory of his father. It reminds me of how excited his dad got when he gets his memory of his dad, which is just so heartwarming. I'm also waiting for Prima and Heroes. Just need to be with his wife and son. I also find it interesting that Morgan wields magic and a sword. Okay, granted the female Robin does too, but I think it's more fitting considering Morgan learns magic from her mom, while he learns the sword fighting from his dad, which is Prima. I can also see this working out well with female Robin and Krom too, but I do like Prima better. And number 2, Krom and Sumia. I know a lot of fans don't enjoy this and find this cliche, but there's nothing wrong with a cliche couple from time to time. I like how protective he is of her and how she really worries about him. She tells him to take a break too. He confides in her that he has to remain strong and how scared he is if he'll let everyone down, and that's what makes her force him to take a nap before meeting with Robin. I like how Sumia tries to help him rest and relax. As someone with anxiety, having a friend help you through your tough times is always helpful. I also enjoy how Krom wishes he could give her and the rest of their friends happy lives instead of ones where they have to fight for their lives. He feels like he's not doing enough for everyone when he's overworked himself and needs a break. I also love how the small moments in the cutscenes. Heck, one of the cutscenes is titled Lovebirds in both English and Japanese. Krom looks so amazed at Sumia for being strong and saving him with taking care of the Pegasus she found. She's even in the opening cutscene holding baby Lucina as they're both being happy parents. It's just so sweet. Also, Sumia does mature after becoming queen and steps up. I think this perfectly shown with her support with Lucina. I know it shows a sillier side to Lucina, but choosing clothing is important in life. Sumia is aware of this fact as well. I do like how Lucina and her were looking at the baby clothing. It shows Sumia really wants to be a mother and care for her children, but she has to fight in a war. Also, when Lucina confesses she is jealous of her little sister, or the version of her that is a baby at the moment, Sumia reassures her and claims that she always saw Lucina as her daughter. With Krom and Cynthia, I just adore how Krom is such a good father to his second daughter. He's just fine spending time with her enough, which is lovely to see. Also, Cynthia's support is kind of the opposite with Lucina's, which is nice. Lucina is accepted into Sumia's family, while Cynthia believes she knows when the other her of their time is born, their parents will be busy looking after her, though Krom still views her as his daughter and loves her. So, besides this pairing, I do enjoy female Robin and Krom. I just like this one more due to how well Krom and Sumia kind of support each other and like the evidence around these two being the canon couple. Again, I love how Sumia develops to become a really good queen and Krom helps her with it too. Just a nice pairing, even if it is cliche. Number 1! Male Robin and Lucina. Okay, I think this one might be obvious for a whole lot of reasons. This was the pairing that got me into Fire Emblem. I saw the trailer for Male Robin Lucina for Smash 4 and I was curious about Fire Emblem 2. This was also the time in my life where I actually was running out of 3DS games to play, so after the trailer, I went to my GameStop, bought myself a copy of the game. Oh my god, I love the series. I picked up the other games and played those too. Now, from the Smash trailer, I thought they were a couple based on how Robin rushed to save her from Captain Falcon. And from their support, I love how Lucina confides in him about her future and how terrible it was. Robin listens, which is important. Sometimes a person just needs to listen to their partner and nothing more. I love that about this dynamic. They listen to each other so much. Robin also learns about how terrible the future is and doesn't want Lucina to go through that alone. He tells her that she no longer is alone and will be there to help her through anything. Also, Robin confesses that he knows he can't relate to all the terrible things Lucina has faced, but he can help her by just being there for her. Even when Lucina overworks herself, Robin tells her to stop and rest. He doesn't want her to exhaust herself, so he takes the lead and has her rest. I love how Robin shows her simple flowers to her. Flowers Lucina should have seen when she was in her timeline, but she didn't. Robin gives it to her to cheer her up. I just find that so sweet. And Morgan. Morgan as their kid is just adorable. She would definitely be as strong as her mother. Also, having Morgan stare at Lucina is interesting since the mark of Ysli's is in her eye. That would definitely help her regain her memories. Again, just like with the comparison I made with male Morgan, I find it more fascinating that female Morgan has a sword and a tome. Male Robin would definitely teach her magic, and Lucina would definitely teach her how to use a sword. I think this works better with that pairing too, considering Morgan had amnesia, but she still wants to remember her mother as well. These are my personal favorite ships from the game. I really enjoyed Awakening, and I'm very thankful for the game. If I didn't see that trailer, I would never have played the Blazing Blade, Secret Stones, and Three Houses, and many more Fire Emblem games that will hopefully come out in the future. Well, that's all for this video. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye!